Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the control since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And it's not out of the question, it's not out of the realm at all to wonder if this might be the final season for Big Ben, either in a Steeler uniform or in the NFL period. He re-signed back in March saying, it's my greatest honor to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and give my all for the organization. Had a big year in 2020, 33 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions, and led the Steelers to an 11-0 start. You have to think that he would love to end his career the way Peyton Manning and John Elway did, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and heading off into the sunset.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose. Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Big Ben with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of...
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again this Seattle Seahawks offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 22 carries, 81 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Here's Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it with Carson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. It's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. He gives it off to Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. After one, 7-3 the score. on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Third down. It's Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So first and 10 now from the 30. This is Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Third and 1, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Ben to throw again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, they'll run the screen with Carson. They find some open field here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Tom Brady, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC. Bills and Titans live from Nashville. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight... contest so far. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. McLeod to return it. Powering his way forward. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play action. It's Roethlisberger rolling to his right. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jordan Brooks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, it's Snell again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And it's caught. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Snell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the... release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. It's a two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Now Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Wilson. This will go to Carson out wide. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. Good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Ray McLeod to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Snell yet again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down. Snell might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Wilson's throw there into the hands of Ross. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Throwing now is Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Now the ball comes loose, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Roethlisberger to throw. Out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 27-21, a little over 20 seconds to go. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Wilson to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
We can't have that.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 50.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One last shot for Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Steelers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.